Hi there. Today is Sunday, April 16th, 2023, and this is our Creative Week. Hi, how are you? Um, Welcome to the channel. My name is Jennifer, aka Scraps or Scraps of Life. And I like to check in each week, the month of March notwithstanding, um, and kind of share what creative things I've been up to and encourage you to share yours or to make sure that you're including creative moments into your week. Um, wow, this has been a busy week, a very social week for me, um, which is unusual. I'm not, I spend most of my time at home, working from home, working on things. But this week, let's see, Monday I had a book club and a craft night. Tuesday afternoon, I had another book club. Wednesday, Wednesday was my Twitch stream, but then I got together with a friend that evening, and then Thursday, I ended up I ended up go driving up to Moultrie to procure this globe up here, which will be the base for a future project. I'd found it on Facebook Marketplace and drove up to grab that. And then, let's see, Friday was the stream again. Oh, I had to run some errands. I just had to run some errands and pick some stuff up. And Saturday, we went to a friend's place for dinner and a game night. And and then I just finished my Stardew Valley stream. And now I'm like, whew, wow, that is a very social week for me, and I am honestly out of practice. I'm feeling a little drained, but I regret none of the plans, none of the actions or activities. It's just, whew, I'm out of practice, and that was a bit draining. So between the craft night on Monday and working on it while Todd and I were catching up on our shows Friday night after dinner, my big news is I have finished the monsoon shawl. It's not blocked, so it's still curling at the edges. It looks very watermelony, and I'm okay with that. Somebody suggested that I sew in little black beads throughout it, and I'm like, maybe. I don't know. We'll decide. But I have to block it, so I'll do that this week. Of course, to block it, I have to excavate my blocking mats. And they're on the guest bed and they're covered with clothing and other fiberware. So yeah, that was like a big thing. No, that was not like a big thing. That was a big project that was completed more or less Friday night. And then I have been continuing to work on the polar bear sculpture, Milo. I think I showed you his little feet, his front paws, the front legs and paws previously. Well, now both of his back legs, they kind of look like chicken leg quarters. But they're meant to. And then I have nearly finished okay, it's on the stand. I'm not going to take it off the stand because that's a bit of a pain. But we can rotate it. So this is one side panel of his body. Oops, let's get it straight. And what's going on here is I have embroidered a glacier, and then the blue there is the water underneath it, onto a side, and I've started the one on the second side. Now, there is a little unfinished gap here, and that's because I ran out of the fiber I was using. It's something that I had gotten while I was still working at Fuzzy Goat, and it, it was sold in these small cards of embroidery thread, and it's a wool silk blend. It's very gorgeous, very wonderful to work with, but there was only 10 meters on each card, and I decided I was kind of playing with doing the embroidery on both sides of the bear so that there wouldn't be necessarily one right side when he's displayed, but at the same time, it just the embroidery style just kind of eats through threads. So I went online and found out that that is actually a lace weight yarn by the company that made the embroidery thread. They also have that same color or colorway in lace weight yarn in a whole skein. So I have a 800-meter skein on its way to me. So yeah, I'll have plenty to finish it by then. I should have enough of the darker colors for the shaded side of the glacier and stuff like that. So yeah, once that comes in, I mean, I'll continue to work on what I've got, but yeah, once that comes in, we'll be moving along and yeah, making some serious headway on that. I do need to sculpt the face still, which I'm a little nervous about, because the last time I started with the face and then made everything to match, and this time I'm going kind of opposite. Yeah, so there's that. But I had a really good week in terms of thinking ahead and thinking through some of the ways I want to. All right, there's a hot rod outside. I don't know. Do we still call them hot rods? I don't know. Anyway, it might have been a motorcycle as well. Hard to tell. But yeah, so I've had a good week of brainstorming ideas on where I want to take that series. The globe does play into that. Again, I'll get to that when I actually start that part of the project. But yeah, and then otherwise, I spent time setting up the official launch activities for this coming week. So with the release of Mother Mayhem, book 4 in my Eden Creek Cozy Mystery series, I finally was to the point where those that know much better than I are, say, okay, now is the time. You've got, 3, 4, 5 books out. Now is the time to advertise and bring people into the series. And, because you've got not just one book or 2 books, you've got the beginnings of your series, the foundation of it. And so, if somebody buys it and reads it and wants more, they've got it. So yes, I have been getting all that set up. And so, arranging for advertisements in the book newsletters and things like that, the email lists and stuff. If you are on my email newsletter list, you will be getting a notice about it on Tuesday. So watch your inboxes. If you want to be in on that, then there is a link in the description box for the newsletter. I will be putting out a new coloring page as well. It won't be the colorful mysteries. It will be more directly tied to the books, the first 3 books. And what else? Oh, I painted the countertop. I think it was on Tuesday that I actually got, I think, a total of 4 coats of the chalkboard paint. It has now been seasoned, and now I get to experiment with the different chalks and chalk pastels and chalk markers as well. I'm hoping that the chalk markers work and are erasable. If not, I will use them for more permanent decorations only. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Oh, and I wanted to show you, I have this up here too. So the Tuesday book club was the Book to Art Club, and we were reading a book called New People by... I have completely blanked on something Senza. I want to say it's Dana, but it's not Dana. Senza. Anyway, New People is the book, and I'm not going to go into the book because that's the whole different thing, but it's set in the 80s, and there's a lot of references to the painter Basquiat. And so the activity that our book club leader thought up was we had some images of Basquiat paintings, some of his work. And then she found this. I think she found it. I don't think she created it, but I think she found this somewhere. Roll a Basquiat. And so you take a 6-sided die and you roll it 5 times, and then that informs, and then basically you draw based on that. And then we each got to do one. And so this was mine. And yeah, I think it's definitely, I mean, it's not a Basquiat, but I think it's definitely in keeping with the thematic elements of it, and I just had a great time with that. It's so much fun. I think most of the other ladies that were there also had a good time with it. And I know, I mean, I am a quote unquote working artist, and yet I'm going and doing, what is sometimes just akin to arts and crafts with a group of people. And why? Because it's fun, because it's a way to kind of recharge, and I learn things. I learn things from the other people there, and rather than just sitting there and talking about the book, which there's nothing wrong with that. Most of my book clubs are exactly that, and that's perfectly wonderful. But yeah, it's fun to have something to do with your hands as well. So, gotta love that. Upcoming this week is very low social level as far as I'm aware. And like I said, I'm going to be babysitting the book launch, the ad placements, and watching to see what newsletter and which ads are, having an effect so that I can learn from it. So it's basically going to be a watch, wait, cross fingers, pray, that whole thing. But yeah, so that's going to be my week ahead. But I am also I think we're going to be able to get this, the counter officially mounted in place. It's not quite there yet. We had to get a couple more things for it. And yeah, so by the next time I speak with you, the book launch should be completed, at least the active part of it, and hopefully things will be rolling merrily along. And yeah, hopefully the other thread that I need for the polar bear embroidery will be in this week. I don't know. It's coming from the UK, and it takes how long it takes. It takes how long it takes to get across the pond. But hopefully it will be in this coming week, if not the following week. And if all else fails, I can start working on the sculpture for the head. At any rate, I wish you a wonderful creative week ahead. Try and make some time for yourself. Include a little bit of creativity in your day. And by all means, if you would like to share, I'd love to see what you're up to. Leave a comment in below or on this video, or tag me at Scraps of Life on Instagram or anything like that. That's all for me today, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!